Testing. All right. You can cut out that other.
Hey, yo, hey.
Yeah. Run it up, Blondo.
Hey, see y'all from Texas, where we sit riding swangers and put diamonds in our neck.
Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? It's your boy Doc Holiday. We are back with another HBCU tonight. Always powered by HBCU Overdrive. Make sure that you like the stream. Make sure that you comment, share, and most of all, subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure that you get everything. Hit the notification, get everything HBCU Overdrive. It is Sunday, February the 16th. The year of our Lord 2025, and still trying to get over this little old cough right here. Still trying to get that out the way. Other than that, can't complain. I cannot complain. Had a great weekend. Got to celebrate my baby girl, my youngest daughter, her birthday party was yesterday. But her actual birthday is tomorrow. So she will be the Big 10 tomorrow. And I cannot, hide my emotions and my joy and my feeling and my pain because I have another child that is in the double digits. Already. Congratulations. But yeah, man. So if you seen it on Twitter, I done did my baby done. She had her birthday party yesterday at Urban Air in Waxahachie. And if you've been, y'all know if you've been to Dallas, Waxahachie is probably about 20 miles south of Dallas in Ellis County. So, she had her birthday party there. So she done bounced all around. She done jumped all around. She done been on a zip line. She done did everything that she wanted to do yesterday. And did a little rock climbing. She got a video. We took videos of each other. And what's up, Mr. Blakely? Took videos of each other, and one of them she called me an old man. And I gotta take offense to that, but that's all right though. That is all right. I'm not gonna sit here and complain about it because I am old. I don't care. But I look good to be old. But I would say this picture that I'm about to show y'all I think this picture sums everything up with my kid. Even even crazy, my ex-wife was. She enjoyed herself yesterday, but yeah, she called me. She called me old. I was like, hold on there. You want to just try to do the little rock climbing? I did mine, without no shoes. That shit is hard to do without no shoes on. And but her little theme yesterday was Lilo and Stitch. That's one of her favorite Disney movies that she liked to watch. But let's see, but if anybody will see that picture right there is basically that, you know what I'm saying, that gets me right here. Cause this is my twin. Anybody think about it? This is my twin. Ain't no denying it. ain't no ain't no ain't none of that stuff. So yeah, that is this is my twin, and she had fun. So she got her little phone. She texted me earlier. She texted me earlier today and see what I was doing. And she sent me an edited picture saying I'm a hero and got me in my feels earlier today while I was at work. But got some good news. We're gonna talk about that in a minute too. All right. Yeah, let's get ready to talk about some stuff before we get into that. Other than that, I know a lot of people watched the All-Star festivities last night. I did. I watched the dunk contest, and I, to be honest with you, was not impressed. But we'll talk about that in just a minute. Be right back. It's your boy Doc Holiday. Become a subscriber on HBCU Overdrive on YouTube, and you can follow me on all social media platforms at HBCU_Overdrive on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me on TikTok at Holiday1925 and on Facebook under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. Also, when you become an exclusive family member, you get all the membership perks. You get all the exclusive members only videos, early access to new videos, member shout-outs, and members only live chats. And also you can get birthday shout-outs on here and win member when you become a subscriber. You can also hit the donation to the Cash App at HBCU Overdrive. You can hit the PayPal David Smith 1925, and you can hit the Zelle David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com. Remember, all proceeds go towards the channel, not the pocket. All right, we are back. And let me get this out the way. So let's talk about this first. First and foremost, let's talk about this. Cactus Jack Invitational, which was in Houston this weekend. Y'all know this is sponsored by Travis Scott. Of course, people will say, why is Travis Scott sponsoring this? Well, for one, he is a Houstonian. 2, he likes baseball. But 3, his mother is an alumni of Prairie View. So he has his heart and affinity for HBCUs. So that's where we get the Cactus Jack Invitational from. And when we get this is the start of baseball season for in the SWAC and all, pretty much all around in the country. So this is one of the bigger invitationals, bigger kind of like a tournament style, what we have. But we have our regulars, we have SWAC foes, we have your Gramblings, we have Southern in it this year, Jackson State, Texas Southern, Prairie View, Alabama A&M. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Mississippi Valley was also in it too. So we have some representation here in the tournament and in the invitational. And of course, this does not count. This does not count as conference play. This is all non-conference. So basically, this is the start of the baseball season. And what a way to start the baseball season with a nail-biting loss to the defending conference champions, Grambling. Let me say it again. The defending conference champion Grambling Tigers took the victory over Jackson State to begin the invitational. So let's go ahead and get into the baseball, and we'll get into the softball too, because softball did their thing out in Georgia this past weekend. Tigers falling extra innings to Grambling in season opener. Jackson State fell to Grambling State 8-7. In the season opener on day one of the Cactus Jack Classic at Dakin Park on Friday afternoon. Of course, Jackson State, we jumped out to a 4-0 lead, and then basically Grambling came and climbed their way back up. We took the lead 7-6, and basically in the 10th inning, Grambling came back and won the game. What do I think about this? I think we still have a little issue with our middle relievers. Let me just say that, middle relievers. So of course, they came back on day 2 and played Alabama A&M. Let me go ahead and get the schedule on that one. Go back and defeat Alabama A&M 6-3. And then we just won this evening, against Texas Southern 7-3. Have it updated on the website, but it's a great way to start the season out. 2-1. Now we are coming back on a break, and we will be heading down to Vero Beach, Florida, to participate in the Andre Dawson Classic you got Southern, Prairie View, and Alabama State coming up. But yes, we got baseball, and I told y'all Softball did their thing on this past weekend also. So let's go ahead and get into some softball going right now. Hit that schedule. Softball starting the season off at 7. Ooh, 7-0. February the 7th, win over Arlington Baptist 11-0. February the 8th, took a 3-1 win over Grambling. Same on the 8th. This is the tournament that we had in Jackson. Defeated Mississippi Valley 14-3. And of course, Aiden took the win over Alcorn 8-2. In the HBCU Classic this past weekend, we won against Hampton 3-2. Defeated Coppin State 7-4. And defeated North Carolina A&T 7-3. Game against South Carolina State was canceled, and today they did take on Claflin from the SIAC. Softball will be back. Why is there a ding in my thing? Softball will be back in Jackson on the 22nd. But before they get back there, they will be on the road at in Monroe at ULM, and on the road again in Hattiesburg at Southern Miss. Other than that, there was good representation for softball this weekend. And on both sports, baseball and softball is the spring sports. Haven't talked too much about track. We'll get into that in a minute. What's going on, Jasmine? What's going on? How you doing? So, yeah. Now let's go ahead and get into this basketball. And it was a wild basketball weekend in the SWAC on both men and the women. So let's start off on the women's side. Let's start off on the women's side. On Thursday, Jackson State did defeat Bethune-Cookman 59-53, of course, to continue to at that time on a 3-game winning streak. On a 3-game winning streak. Stretched it out to 4. Alcorn defeats FAMU 74-69. This is all Thursday scores. Mississippi Valley with I won't call it an upset, but this took everybody by surprise. 68-57 over Alabama State. Alabama A&M went back to Pine Bluff, to Coach Thorne's old stomping grounds, and pretty much laid waste to the Lady Golden Lions, 69-55. Southern defeats Texas Southern by 10, 63-53, and Grambling defeats Prairie View, 75-54. On Saturday, Jackson State stretched their winning streak to 5 games with a 3-point victory over FAMU, 40-37. Grambling with a big upset against the Lady Tigers of Texas Southern, 71-46. But Bethune defeats Alcorn 65-52. Southern took a Southern took their belt and put it to the ass of Prairie View, 86-42. In overtime, Alabama State defeats Pine Bluff 68-63, and Alabama A&M with a big victory over Mississippi Valley 95-76. Now let's go ahead and get into the conference standings. At a three-way tie, we have Texas Southern, and Jackson State all sitting at 11-2 in conference play. Now, this is a three-way tie for first place. But technically, if you go by the wins and losses, Southern defeated Texas Southern again the past week on Thursday, but they also have a victory over Jackson State, where they are technically the number one team in the conference. So they have the tiebreaker over Jackson State and Texas Southern. So if Jackson State wants to win the whole conference, they have to win out and hope they get some help from both TSU and Southern losing down the line. Sitting at number 2 by themselves, 10-3 is Alabama A&M. Overall record with 17-8, 10-3 conference record. To me, I feel like this is Coach Thornton, one of Coach Thornton's best years coaching the team right now. I see no drop off. I see no drop off with the team, especially going into year one on the hill in Huntsville. Grambling sits at 8-5 in conference play. Alcorn 6-7. FAMU and Bethune-Cookman sitting at 5-8. Alabama State sitting at 4-9. Valley 3-10, with Prairie View sitting at 3-10, and Pine Bluff at 1-12. Valley holds the last place. Is holding on to the last place. Why? Because all you need is 10 teams in the conference tournament. And Valley has the last spot. Let's see how many games. Let me see how many games we have left. So 2 left in the month of February. So for the women, there will be no games on Thursday. They will have a game on Saturday. And then you have 3 games. So 5 games. We got 5 games left. 5 games left in the conference, in conference play. And then after that, we start the conference tournament. How Prairie View hold the last spot? Do Prairie View got to win over Valley? Nah, Valley has the last spot. Lawrence. Yeah, Valley beat PV. So Valley holds the last spot. And they play again. They play each other in Prairie View this Thursday coming up. Down in Prairie View. So that is pivotal for Mississippi Valley and Prairie View. Valley wins, they can pretty much mathematically eliminate Prairie View from conference tournament play. Again, pretty much we have 5 games left in the conference season on the women's side, but let's go ahead and look at the men's side. On the men's side, down in Tallahassee, I wouldn't call this an upset, but this was a big game for both squads. What up, DC? This was a big game for both squads. FAMU completes the actual sweep against Jackson State, 76-71. Texas Southern win a big win over Grambling, 67-60. Alcorn defeats Bethune down at Daytona, 78-74. Southern continued their winning ways with a 72-60 victory over Prairie View. Alabama State defeats Pine Bluff, 75-63. And Mississippi Valley takes a loss to Alabama A&M, 82-70. And which coach we talking about? Which coach we talking about, Jeff? Troy, I've already said he has exceeded his expectations. He already exceeded his expectations. I told him cut the check. Coach Mo, Coach Mo has done more this season. So let's dive deep into this, y'all. And I want to kind of go into context about Coach Mo. All right. So let's go ahead and dive into this. All right. So he gets to Jackson in 2022. He goes 14-19. He was 12-6 in conference play. 4th play finish. This season right here, we lost to Texas Southern, which were the number 2 seed. We was the 7th seed in the conference tournament that year. We lost to Texas Southern in the quarterfinals. No, that was the year before. So that was the year before. So we talk about when Coach Mo got to Jackson. He took most of the team that was Wayne Brent's, that was Coach Brent's team, and a little piece here and there. But we were 3rd place in the conference. We were 3rd place in the conference. We were the 3rd seed in the conference tournament. And we were one game away from going to the conference tournament, to the conference championship that year. And then last season, he went 15-17, 11-7. He was tied for 5th. Last season's team had a lot of injuries on that team. We lost to Grambling, the number 2 team, number 2 seed in the conference tournament in 23 in the semis. Remember, last season we lost in the first round. We lost in the quarterfinals to Texas Southern. Okay. But we gotta remember, the team we had before, the team we had before was injured. We played most games without Romeo Mansell. We played a lot of games where Jordan O'Neal, who was by far the best player on the team, he was playing injured most of the time. Also, he was playing out of position too. Ken Evans was streaky at best. Zeke Cook seemed like he didn't want to be there. Chase Adams was pretty much like the spark plug of the team. And big Trayon Johnson was the catalyst in the middle. But we lost in the quarterfinals because injuries caught up with the team. And remember, Deshaun Ruffin didn't even play last season. He tore his knee. He tore his knee up in it, last season. This year is the first year. This season is the first season we had Deshaun. Remind you, he's coming in, and he's Coach Mo took it slow to get him up in there, to try to get him up in there, to get him acclimated. By the time he got acclimated, he literally, really, he leads the team in scoring. He leads the team in assists. He leads the team in steals. He leads the team in most categories. He leads the team in three-pointers, percentage, 3-point percentage. Leads the team in free throw percentage. Remember, he's only played like 15 games. So he's playing 15 games. But I had to say that Coach Mo, with the team that he has right now, by far, this is one of his best. I would say this is his second best team, because his best team was when he first got to Jackson, when we finished third. When we finished third in the conference, his second best team is this year. His third best team was last season, and I'd say that because we had a lot of players that was out. We had a player that was playing out of position. Had a player that felt like he was aloof. So now he's doing what he can do, but I mean, you gotta understand too. That he had one of the hardest. He had the hardest non-conference schedule to begin the season with. 13 games, all on the road. Three games against top 25 competition. So let's kind of give Coach Mo, his just due. We sitting at 8-4. You got a 5-way tie. 5 teams at 8-4. You got a streaking hot FAMU team out there at 8 that's sitting at 84 conference play, 11-12. They picked this team not to even break 500. They picked that FAMU team, this FAMU squad this year is way better than what we saw last year. Way better. And like I said, FAMU cut the check. When we interviewed Coach Crary last week, and I'm like, you are different than most coaches out here because you have a different philosophy, and the team is looking at you and they ride with you. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Cut the check. Cut the check. Nah, crook. Y'all schedule was easy. Y'all non-conference schedule was easy. That's the reason why y'all basically are where y'all at right now. You look at Jackson's schedule. You checked out Jackson's schedule. That non-conference game. Starting the season out in Houston and get beat by 57. We played Xavier. Xavier is in the Big East. Vanderbilt in the SEC. Houston in the Big 12. Western Kentucky. Kentucky in the SEC. St. Louis in the Big East. Iowa State in the Big 12. We lost 4 games in conference. 2 to FAMU, 1 to Texas Southern, 1 to Southern. We don't even see y'all no more. We don't see Southern anymore this season. We go back and we play Texas Southern at home March the 1st. We got a Monday night game on March the 3rd on ESPNU against Prairie View. And then we finish the season off with Pine Bluff and Mississippi Valley on the road before we even hit conference play. So we can finish the season out. We could go on the 6-game win streak and finish the season out with 14 conference wins, 14 overall wins, and we could be we could get into we're gonna get into the conference tournament. The conference tournament for the men is gonna be wild because the way I see it, it's all up for grabs. The way I see it, it's all up for grabs. So you got 6 teams that's over 500 with the same record. Alabama State with a 7-5 record in conference play. Grambling with a 5-7. A&M 4-8. PV 3-9. PV holds on to the last spot for the conference tournament. If they can win out. The hot team right now, what we see right now, is FAMU and Alcorn. And Grambling, I wouldn't say call it a big disappointment. I would say they lost a couple of chunks of their team. They returned one of the best players in the conference from last season, and they just getting outplayed. Southern, y'all have 6 games left. Y'all play tomorrow. Tomorrow's game gonna be real interesting because this game will be on ESPNU at 8:00. Texas Southern comes into BR. It takes on that Jaguar team. Texas Southern come into BR. Take on the Jaguars. Southern already got the victory over Texas Southern. But it's going to be an interesting game at ESPNU. Make sure everybody tune into that tomorrow night. Then on the 22nd, you go to Grambling, which is going to be a big matchup. And I say that for Grambling's sake. Then after that, the 1st and the 3rd of March, you make your Florida swing. You stop in Bethune first, and then you head over to FAMU. That FAMU game is going to be important to both teams. Then you finish the season off hosting Bama State and Alabama A&M in Baton Rouge. But that FAMU game is going to be important. It's going to be important for y'all. We are heading down the stretch, y'all. It has been a very wild and interesting SWAC season in basketball. And now let's go ahead and get into the women. I will say this. For Coach of the Year in the conference for this year, for Coach of the Year, I'm going to say it just like this. It's going to be between Coach Skeet at Texas Southern and Coach Richards at Jackson State. On the women's side. And I say that because we all know what happened. We all know that Coach Richards didn't have anything in the cupboard. She ain't had nothing in the pantry. It was bare of what Coach Reed took from her. And she's doing it with a makeshift lineup, doing it with a lot of transfers. Top scorer in the conference is a D2 player. Just think about that. Coach Mark said Coach Richard was on Section 8. Oh, shit. Yeah, there was a lot of seniors on that team too. Now let's not take away anything away from Texas Southern, because that cupboard was bare too when they brought in who they brought in. So, and then with Coach Funches over at Southern, hey, they doing what they doing. They doing the dang on thing. We know what Coach Thornton had, what she does with teams, especially now at Texas. At Alabama A&M. She has a damn good team. I think her A&M team, this year's A&M team for Coach Thornton is better, in my opinion, than the Pine Bluff team she had last season. The only thing is she got to get over the hump. And let's not take anything away from Coach Simmons over at Grambling, because she's done a lot with less too. Let's keep that in mind too. Let's keep that in mind. All right. So we had it's All-Star weekend. It's All-Star weekend. But let's not take away everything from All-Star weekend, because yesterday, before all the dunk contests and 3-point contests and everything started, there was a college basketball game played across the bay over in the town, aka Oakland, with HBCU Classic at Oracle Arena. Well, it's not Oracle no more, the Oakland Arena now. So, and there was a sellout crowd over there too. Morehouse and Tuskegee, that heard they brought the house down yesterday. Morehouse got some ballers. I don't know too much about Tuskegee, but I know Morehouse got some ballers. They had close to 19,000 in the arena yesterday in Oakland, in the town, on the east side. But yeah, that wasn't really the big thing that everybody wanted to talk about. Yesterday people wanted to talk about the slam dunk contest and how y'all gonna get me for this. How a DEI contestant named Matt McClung decided that he was going to defend his 2-time dunk contest championship. And what other way he did it in convincing fashion, jumping over 6 foot. I don't care, 6'10", 6'11", maybe Evan Mobley, and basically kissing the basketball on the rim and dunking it. Or how about the one? Or how about the one where he jumped over somebody and dunked 2 basketballs at the same time? Or I'm just saying, the man was in his bag yesterday. The man was in his bag yesterday. The second coming of white chocolate was in his bag yesterday. I don't know. I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know what to tell y'all. But he was in his bag yesterday. And he did not disappoint. He did not disappoint. My whole thing is, hopefully somebody actually sign him to an actual NBA contract and he stays on the team. And when the next season comes, he is on that said team. And hopefully he can elevate his game and get his game better. Gotta get the shot going. But we all know that Mr. McClung could jump out the gym. He can jump out the gym. But other than that, we got Legacy Bowl week begins. Actually, it starts tomorrow. We got the Legacy Bowl Combine that is tomorrow. And in fact, let me check it, check and see what's coming up. I think so. For the game, Legacy Bowl game starts. It is on Saturday, 3 p.m. Central Time, at Union Stadium, New Orleans, on the campus of Tulane University. But let's go ahead and see. All right, let's check and see. We got players. We got players 2025. We got we got some known players that's in here. Malachi Bailey, who is in here, who'll be playing tomorrow, this weekend. Benari Black, linebacker from Johnson C. Smith. The heart of that defense right there. Kendall Bowler, all SWAC cornerback. Can play cornerback, can play safety, can play nickel. Jaden Broughton, South Carolina State. Speed rusher off the end. James Burgess Jr. from Alabama State, who is, to me, by all means, is a shutdown corner. Jada Byers, pretty much the all-time record holder for rushing yards, rushing attempts, rushing touchdowns in Virginia Union history. Miles Crawley, who's had a interesting journey starting out at Alabama State in his season, in his career at Grambling. DeMarcus Cunningham, the linebacker, fast, quick, twitchy linebacker from Alabama State. Joaquin Davis, tall, speedy receiver from North Carolina Central. Rico Dozier, who started his career at at Arkansas Pine Bluff and finished his career at Alabama State. Draylon Ellis, who's by far pretty much one of the better players, one of the better quarterbacks in FCS. Started his career at Austin Peay, finished at Tennessee State University. Kenny Gallup Jr., the all-around, hard-hitting safety from Howard University. Got Jamari Gassett, speedy wide receiver from FAMU. It got Big Evan Henry, Jackson State, all-around offensive lineman. We got Jared Hunter, the all-purpose everything back from Howard. And got Robert McDaniel, the do-it-all, the versatile defensive back from Jackson State University. Irv Mulligan. What can we say about Irv? What can we say about Irv? How you doing, Miss Desi? How you doing? What can we say about Irv? Pretty much the heart and soul of the team this past season. Put the team on his back and did what he did last season. Matt Noel, man, could switch the field with just one swift kick. Eric Phoenix started his career off at Benedict, went up to Murray State. Really wasn't all that great at Murray State. Decided to come back home to South Carolina State, where he led the team to the Celebration Bowl. Aaron Boogie Smith, all-around linebacker for South Carolina State. Elijah Williams, the home record from Morgan State University on the defense. And that's it. That's who we gonna highlight right there. But of course, we're gonna highlight the four players from Jackson State: Irv, Evan, Matt, and Rob McDaniel. Those are the ones we're gonna highlight, see what they're gonna do as far as when this combine starts tomorrow. So we will be able to watch the combine, the HBCU combine on the NFL Network. So make sure you tune into that. Make sure you tune into that. That is beginning of Legacy Week. Don't know who the band that I think the band that will be there this year, I think it will be, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it will be Alcorn this year. I hope I hope he gets drafted this year. I hope he gets drafted. I do hope he gets drafted. So and of course the coaches for this year. For Team Gaither, we got Coach Barry and Coach Dr. Alvin Parker from Virginia Union. That will be the coaches for Team Gaither. And for Team Robinson, that makes up the SWAC and the SIAC, we got our very own T.C. Taylor and the new head coach of Alabama A&M, but he will be representing Miles for that day, Sam Shade. So this is going to be very interesting. See how we're going to be. See how we're going to get that. Okay, so Alcorn will be the band. The Sounds of Dynamite will be the band for the Legacy Bowl. They better tune it up. They better tune it up. Positive pants, bang, bang. Yep. So I want to play this right here because I was being so, I don't know. My mama, I think I had my mama laughing when I let her hear what I was talking about on Thursday night with Troy and them. But I want y'all to listen to this because I think I was being I was pretty much on one. I pretty much was on one. So let me find this one right here. And it was something that we talked about. Hold on. Hold on.
Parents, that's really what it's like. Because
I want y'all to listen to this right here. We talk about,
man, we need to get back into this. We need to sponsor
a
team.
And you
when I start looking
sports.
at the practice, oh shit. No. And I got an 8-year-old right now. I'm gonna need to get full jobs if he tells me he want to play travel ball.
I mean, my business partner was considering starting the AAU squad. He played he played wide receiver he played for Boise State and then he ended up at Delaware State back in the day. But I'm like, bro, if we gonna sponsor a squad, we gonna have to look at who we want to deal with, right? Like both of us come from areas that need the teams, but they also can't afford the teams. So what is that going to look like?
I would never throw my hat into being on that side of the executive part of running these teams. One, these kids are different than when we was coming. They are so different. They're so disrespectful, and like you can't go home with them because you want to go and steer them in the right path, but it takes even just coaching the young kid. And I had young kids, and the young kids was more disrespectful than some of the older kids. I was like, where y'all getting this from? So I commend people that have the passion to be out there with these kids and to do what they do. I ain't got it in me no more.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I mean, but a lot of it is their parents. A lot of it is their parents, bro.
It's absolutely.
Like, they so quick to, like, if a coach get on a kid, they want to say something. I remember I was in the gym. Her name Coach Kim. She executive directs EGB. I don't even remember what I did wrong, but she let me have it. And she was like, hey, run to the end of practice. I know my mama was reading the book. My mama looked up from the book, shook her head, and looked back down because she's like, they ain't got nothing to do with me.
Man,
but see, that's what we need though, because like my uncle coached his sons in football and stuff, basically mainly in football. And he excuse me, he didn't show no favoritism whatsoever. You messed up, give me some bear crawls. Yeah. When you mess up, go on do that barrel roll, go on do that 100-yard barrel roll. Like he not like my uncle was old school, man. He ain't let up on nobody. Like if he said he did do it to his kids, and you out there watching them practice, and you feel some kind of way, he'll just say, "Hey, just go on and turn, give me your kids uniform, give me the pads, and if it's and you go ahead and go." Yeah, because he's like, I don't need that on my football team. I don't need that on my team at all. But if you want to be here for your kid, let me do my job as a coach. And that's it.
You know, so for those who don't know me real well,
so I'm gonna stop right there for a second. So we had a good conversation about this because in a sense we was talking about just coaching, kids, youth and sports, period. Because it's like, where has the fun in youth sports gone, right? Or where has the discipline in youth sports gone to? And something that we was just talking about right there. Yeah, make a kid do a bear crawl and they gonna want to crawl back. But at the same time, it's like, what do we do? And this is just something that we just talked about on Thursday, and we just had this, like a dialogue. And I was talking to Troy, the guy that's in the top left corner. We was like, man, we probably need to do this again. We need to talk a little bit more about this again. But I'm gonna continue on with this.
So my father coached Little League football for as long as I can remember, right? And I used to always talk to us like, I got this new scheme. I'm gonna run and yada yada yada. Mm-hmm. My daddy connected with them kids like I never could, right? He loved them kids like his own, right? So when my dad used to have this thing, he tell the kids like in football and in life, inch by inch, yard by yard, mile by mile. That's how you take life. And it's interesting that we having this conversation right now because he been on my mind because 2016 he passed in January and we had the funeral in February. He been on my mind recently. And so it's a shame that in the Bay Area we got more pickleball courts than we do basketball courts. And it didn't used to be that way.
Yeah, because little Timmy, this my child now. Highlight what Tony.
A lot of other.
There we go. I'm about to move up. Highlight what Tony just said on my thing on the chat. Why my child not playing? Tony, tell him why your child not playing because little Timmy decided to act the ass in the classroom.
For real.
And got his mom and them got called up on him and went to the principal office. You supposed to correct that as a parent. Hey, if I little Junebug didn't get it, he didn't get his grades right. So why he gonna be on my field? He can't get no damn. He fell in the class too.
I mean, or it's a simple fact that your kid don't do the work when we're not in practice. I cannot trust your kid when I put them on the court to not go rogue.
Right, or put them on the football field. I'm just saying, like,
I mean,
but like what I'm saying is parents nowadays, it's like, well, my son should be out there playing. Well, you need to go check your son's grades. You need to go check his progress, his progress report. You need to go check his behavior in school. Because if you're getting calls from school and you're not doing anything, you just is wrong as little Timmy out there. You know what I'm saying? That you need to get a belt. You need to get belt the ass too.
So we need to go ahead and tell this other truth. A lot of times, the reason I got disillusioned with coaching sports is that I got sick of parents living vicariously through their kids. I was an average athlete in high school. I had my moments, but I was an average athlete in high school. I'm not trying to have my kid go from, well, if the dad is average, he finna be an MVP in the league. No, he's not. Let the kid live. Once he figure out, like, we grew up, you had to play all sports. There was no focus on no one sport. You had to play all sports. Mm-hmm. And then when it came time, it's like, okay, you're really good at this. You want to keep doing this? That's when that happened. But these kids need to be kids. We so worried about, especially young Black kids. We so worried about them making millions of dollars. And I know I am the one to say, kids, get your money. But before that, they need to have these ethics and morals instilled in them before we get to the money.
But it starts at the house, though. It starts at the house, regardless of what you say. Because I used to tell my sisters when it comes to us, they kids, it don't matter what they do when they get to school, because you're not teaching them 24/7. Once they leave out their house, when they leave out their house, you're supposed to put some sort of trust and just a little bit of trust in your kids to make sure that they do what they're supposed to do when they go to school and stuff like that.
Damn shit.
They decide to want to be some little assholes. You need to get up on them. You got to nip it in the bud. I was talking to a customer earlier today at work. And I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. My mama is an original crash out. My mama is a baby boomer.
Mine too.
My
bro.
mama is an original crash out. I'm talking about from the time she had me in 79, her senior year in high school, right? And then she had my little sister at 82. But from the whole time, my mama, we mess up. Oh, she crashing out on everybody. You mess up in school, she gonna get you, and she gonna get you, and she gonna get you. So the other two gonna think, well, make sure y'all don't do the same shit that he done did at school and stuff right there. And I'm talking about when I'm just saying crash out, and I used to tell my nieces and nephews, I said, y'all like y'all grandma the way she is right now. My oldest nephew was like, I don't even think I could have lived the way y'all lived when y'all were growing up, Uncle David. It ain't even Doc, it's Uncle David. It's Uncle David. Like, he's like, Granny used to crash out on y'all like that. I say, yeah. Nah, we good. I'm gonna be on my best behavior. And it was, hey, okay, so I was stopping right there. So here goes my story time right now. Doc's story time brought to you by no one. So when I said my mama was an original crash out, my mama, I said this, my mama was the last of the original crash outs. And and what I mean by that is that she didn't care where you was at. She didn't care who you was with. She didn't care about none of that shit. You mess up, she on your ass. And I'm talking about my mom. Like I said, my mom was born in the 60s. My mom was born in 61. Okay. She be 64 this year. She's a baby boomer. She is a crash out. She is the one that will come up to the school. She ain't gonna have no rollers in her head because she don't do no shit like that. She ain't gonna have no bonnet on her head. She gonna have her hair looking nice and right. And now, if that was the case, she'll have that wig on. Pop that wig on, and she'll walk her ass up to the school, whatever she got to go to. I remember. So I remember. I'm gonna tell you like this. I remember my mom. I was in the 5th grade. My one sister was in the 3rd, and my little sister was in the 2nd. Or in the 3rd grade. All I know is we like at least a year or two apart, me and my sisters. All right. I remember my mama come up to the school. She had got a call from the principal. Principal told her to come up to the school and get my first sister, my big sister, right? My sister and her friend in her class was acting an ass. And basically, damn near gave this teacher a nervous breakdown, to be exact. They gave her a nervous breakdown. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Gave this woman a nervous breakdown. I was on hall duty because I was in student council. I was one of the hall monitors and stuff like that. So I'm down by the stairs, right across from where my sister's class was at. My mama seen me. She was like, "What you doing?" I said, I'm hall monitor." Where your sister class at? Right over there. She proceeded to go in the class. She walked in the classroom, right? She ain't summoned. She told her, get your ass out in this hallway. Verbatim. Then she took her to the bathroom, to the restroom, and proceeded to, Uncle said, belt the ass. Belt the ass great again. After she done beat her, and it wasn't no child abuse or nothing like that. This was real discipline. After she damn near took her head off, when she went back in the classroom, she sat down. My mama went and got my sister's best friend and commenced to whooping her ass too in the restroom. Walked her back into the classroom and told the whole class, y'all, I know your mama, I know your daddy, I know your grannies, your uncles, and your aunties, and even your granddaddy. Because she said, I done went to school with half of y'all folks up in the classroom. Now, I can get on the phone and call your people right now, and I could commence to whooping y'all ass too. And the whole class sat down. My mama crashed out on the whole classroom. That teacher didn't even come back. And I remember there was another teacher that came in and taught my sister's class. And she didn't play that shit either. She was a crash out just like my mama too. I remember I had this one math teacher. She was sweet as pie. But don't get it twisted because she'll crash out on your ass too. I say it like this in youth sports. We need some crash out parents. We need it. And I ain't talking about, well, my son need to be out there on the field and on the court. My daughter need to be out there on the court and everything. Nah, if your child is messing up in school, if they ain't getting the grades right, if their behavior is terrible, crash out on that ass. Crash out on them. You know what I'm saying? Crash out on them. And God rest her soul. But at one point in time, my granny was a crash out too. My granny was born down there after the Great Depression. Actually, she was born during the Great Depression. Let's put it just like that. My granny crashed out. She crashed out a couple of times on our ass too. It'd be crazy when you get the call from, if you get a call from Irene Dale Smith and she's talking about she get ready to come up to your school, whatever you was doing, you better tighten up. That was, and she meant that shit. My granny don't cuss like that. But when she did, we knew she meant business. So maybe the parents now need to kind of crash out on their kids when they mess up. Because we wouldn't have so many YNs out there that what these folks call them now. We wouldn't have so many of these girls, these young ladies out here doing what they do. Crash out on their ass. My little sister, she don't care. She just like my mama. She don't care what her kids at. They could be in the grocery store. My youngest nephew, can ask his mama for something, and she will give her this look because she already told you. She'll tell you right before, don't ask me for shit. Don't touch shit. Don't look at shit. Look straight ahead. And I will trust it, but at the same time, I'm gonna get you this, EA. At the same time, my dad was crash out too. He just did it in his own. He did it in his own way, and I remember that. My dad was crash out too. My dad was born he was a baby boomer too. He just passed away at a young age unexpectedly. But at the same time, maybe we need to crash out on these goddamn kids. Yeah, when you're grown, you can do what you want to do, but when you're on your parents' dime, you must act accordingly. But at the same time, that's what I was just saying. Like, maybe we need to crash out on our kids more, more and more, because I don't think they get the idea. Like, you know what? My stepbrother, he just got out. And this is like I think this is like his third time he done got out of the pen, right? And at one point in time, my stepdad, when he was still living, he used to crash out on him too. But then he took it lightly. He took it like he didn't do too much. But it's like, you know, when my mama crashed out on him, my stepdad was like, "You doing too much." Now you need to learn. You need to, my mom be like, "You need to learn." Because you're not gonna get everything that you want to get. You're not gonna do everything that you want to do. And especially she tell you, especially if you stand under my roof. So hopefully he'll understand and learn this time, because if you go back in, it's on you, brother. Everything that you do is on yourself. And I just hope you stay out. I just hope you stay out of the way, stay out of trouble. It is what it is. But maybe we need to have all that right there. Maybe we just need to just crash the hell out on folks. Because there's some people on Twitter that need to be crashed out. Like, seriously. But other than that, man, they don't know what shit. My sister 4 kids, they know what an ass whooping is from her. And they know how my mama is. My mom crashed out on my niece one time. She had this surprise shock looked on her face, like, I can't believe Granny even said that. Yes, I have. I had her crash out on my child. Yes. My oldest, I didn't do it, but her mama did. Yes. My youngest, I'd be like, you know what, you getting on my last nerve before I crash out on. But then too, you know what, Mr. Tasha, I don't even have to crash out, because I give him this look. I give, what I'm saying? I give him this look, like, try me. Try me. Like, I'll be like, try me. And so, like I said, this one right here, this one right here, this twin of mine, I crash out on her anytime she get out of hand, if she get out of line, if I even hear about it. See, her mama ain't gonna too much do it. Her mama, she give her this look, but at the same time, nah, I give her this look. She know I mean business, and she'll just stop. She'll just stop. But I think I raised some good kids that can make sound decisions and judgment calls, especially with my oldest, because my oldest is she's a truck driver. She has a CDL at the age of 23. I commend her for that. I commend her for that. What the heck is? I'm about to say, what the heck is going through my damn headphones? But what's up, Whitley? What's up, Whitley? Whitley, I got a question. Have you ever had to crash out on your daughter? Just had to ask that. Ooh. Wait a minute. First of all, when you got to go in on your former kids and they acting the ass against a professor, oh, you meant business right there, Lily. Damn. Ooh, who got a problem with Whitley? Who got a problem with you, Whitley? Oh no, I ain't saying not disrespectful. I was never, disrespectful. I'm saying crash out like it. The way that your tone, the way that you speak is how you just. But you mean business. That's what I mean by crashing out. I just seen you come up in here trying to hold on. Ooh. Ooh. Jeremiah was gonna ask you what is effective communication. Okay, she a sweetie pie. Yeah, my baby is a sweetie pie too, but I don't play that shit. Yeah, he kind of shot me like, who looking for you? Who looking for you? You sound like mystical over there. Who looking for you? Like, who looking for you, Whitley? Come on now. Oh, Willie, you be cussing. You use patois on folks. We know you be going off on folks. See, and that's a good thing right there because now you. I don't know where Mr. Ford at. I don't know. I ain't talked to. You know what? You know what, Miss Tasha? I haven't talked to nobody. Remember, because I did 2 shows last week with Troy. I mean, I haven't really any other show by myself since about a week and a half now. So I got to get back on the ball. Got to get back on the ball. But I do like the uh when I do the shows with Troy now because it gives me another avenue right there. And we just shoot, with especially on Thursday with Troy Marlo on there. We just be shooting the shit. Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh. Ooh. Okay. I put it just like this: if anybody ain't in this chat and they can't defend themselves, don't put your name in it, and don't put their name in your mouth. I'ma just keep it just like that. Keep it real. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What you say now? But yeah, like I said, I had fun. I had fun this past weekend. I had fun yesterday. My baby girl, even though, like I said, she turns 10 tomorrow. She had a great day for her birthday party. Um, and got to upload it. Uh, show y'all. She done got icing on her face yesterday. But yeah, she had a blast yesterday. Um, I wouldn't change it for the world. And I had to put this on here because she did say so. I told um wait up for it. But yeah, that's my baby. She is she is 10. She'll be 10 tomorrow. So I have a 23-year-old and a 10-year-old. Don't get on me about the age gap. But like I said, uh, So she had something to say.
Tell everybody to say thank you. They told you happy birthday online. Just tell everybody thank you. Tell everybody to say thank you. They told you happy birthday online. Tell everybody to say thank you. They told you happy birthday online.
Yep. So again, my baby girl, there is no denying this one. Like I said, that's my twin. That's my twin right there. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what was said. Okay. Because this caught me by surprise. When was this, Whitley? I'm trying to figure out when was this? Was it today? Was it? Yeah. Oh, hey, she had that silky press going real hard. she had that silky press going real hard. All right. What's going on, man? Hey, Simply, how you doing? How you doing? Let me see. Cause look. I don't know what was said in the chat. I don't know if it was today. I don't know if it was last week. You gotta let me know. I don't read the chat like that. But I'm trying to figure out what's going on. We gonna go ahead. All right. We're gonna end this right here because I don't know what's going on, but Whitley hit my inbox on Twitter. Jay, when we finish this, do a conference call. Lillian, you text me. Uncle said, you text me. I'm trying to figure out what the heck going on. But let me go ahead and finish this off. But saying we had over 100 or so folks living here on the chat. What up, Chris? If you're on Twitter, make sure you go on to the YouTube spot. Hit the subscribe button. If you're on Twitter, hit the follow button. Okay. Yeah, we gonna end this right here. Don't worry about it. Just I get with you. If you got the same number, do you have the same number, Whitley? Do you have the same phone? Yeah, same phone number with me, because I don't know what's going on. I don't really know what's going on. I don't know, but let's get on out of here. Y'all be blessed. Y'all stay safe. Hug your loved ones, and let's keep it. Let's keep it copacetic. Let's keep it cool. Let's keep it calm. We out this thing. Peace.